Okay, evangelist Joyce Meyer gets tattoo at. Did you know she's at 79? She says she did it to honor God. Evangelist Joyce Meyer announced that she got two tattoos at the age of 79 to honor God. And she's convinced that the Bible supports her decision, despite the belief among some Christians that tattoos are sinful. Well, where was it that it says it's in Isaiah? Behold, I have indelibly imprinted or tattooed a picture of you on the palm of each of my hands. And then she explains that she was in a meeting in Australia about 5 years ago, and she made the declaration. She was not aware that a tortured tattoo artist had heard her comments.
Who?
A tortured tattoo artist heard her comments.
Who said this?
Joyce Meyer said this.
Oh, yeah.
She says it's a really neat story. And a bunch of religious Christians convinced him apparently that he's going to hell because he's a tattoo artist and he doesn't belong to the Lord and la-di-da. The tattoo artist also decided in that moment that he wanted to create the tattoo for Meyer. Last fall, Meyer found out that both her and the tattoo artist had a mutual friend. Oh, they had a mutual friend in Dallas.
That's what I'm telling you. It's all a business.
I have a nice little cross back there on her back, and it says, I belong to Jesus, and just for good measure, I put love on my foot to remind me to walk in love, she said. Dave, her husband's 82 years old, and Meyer further urged her critics not to send her letters. She says she don't want to hear him complaining about it. Yeah, so I think she's full of horse bleep bleep. Each of us going to stand before
she
God.
She might have been the walking reason why she's supposed to tell the dude, find a different path, give up that business, and roll on. But what she did is she played God, said, no, keep your business and your trade. We'll make you a business. She played God.
Yeah, she said each of us is going to stand before, or her husband said, each of us is going to stand before God and give an account of our life. And he's not going to ask somebody else what they think about what he did. You honestly think that I'm so stupid that I didn't pray and believe with all my heart? I did it as an honor to God. Let's stop the judging, the criticizing, and really just don't bother writing me letters telling me what you think, she added. So she's just selfish, self-absorbed.
She made a business.
She's self-absorbed, yeah, and she made a business. This guy was already in business in Dallas, or they had a mutual friend in Dallas, and now they have a business, and all of her followers and all the people going to be required to go down and get their tattoos. You know that's what it's going to be.
I need a house.
So it doesn't, you know what?
The 19th century.
It's not.
It's got
right. It's not about tattoos for her or the church or what it means or if you should or shouldn't. It's not about that. It's a business for her, and it's about money making. It's all about money making. Oh, so let's see why Joyce got a tattoo. This is what she says.
We're going to talk about tattoos for a minute. Anybody want to talk about that? Now, see, some of you think it's fine, and some of you think, man, you get a tattoo, you're on your way to hell. And you're free to think what you want to. But you're not free to judge people who do what you don't think they should do.
Yeah, you are free to
Isaiah
judge.
49:16. Behold, I have indelibly imprinted or tattooed a picture of you on the palm of each of my hands. God, these are my kids. Look at my kids. Look at them. So, ever since I read that scripture...
This is just a mockery of God. They don't care anything about what people think. It's just a pure business. She's running a business. This is all about money and nothing else, just money. She got together with her friend in Dallas and they made a bigger business and guaranteed everyone who follows her is going to be made to take this mark. I don't even really want to hear any more of it, personally. Let's watch.
That said people had tattooed on their hands, "I belong to the Lord." I thought, I'm going to get a tattoo that says, "I belong to Jesus." Now, I said that about 5 years ago in a meeting in Australia. A tattoo artist heard me say that, and it's really a neat story. I don't know if I can get the whole thing out right, but he had gone through the most hellish thing. First of all, he had bipolar disorder, and so his mind was already kind of messed up. And then a bunch of religious Christians
Religious
got him
Christians.
convinced that because he was a tattoo artist that he was
Are there
going to
any
hell.
other kind of Christians except
But when he heard
religious
me say
Christians?
that I wanted to get a tattoo that said, "I belong to the Lord," or "I belong to Jesus," he said he decided to go back into business. You got to be careful when you got influence on people. And so he said he decided that he wanted to do my tattoo.
Tattoos.
And he wrote
Anyone
down
can
a
get
piece
a
of paper
tattoo. It's not going to send you to
what
hell.
I said I wanted, and he kept that for 5 years. Well, 2 weekends ago, I was in Dallas, and a friend of mine in Dallas was telling me about this tattoo artist that he knew that was a friend of his who was believing that someday he would get to tattoo me. Now, I mean, these things are not coincidences.
That's right. They're not coincidence. They
And
were
so,
already
long
made.
story short,
They were already made to happen.
2 weeks ago, I got tattooed on my shoulder. I have a nice little cross.
People with
back there,
tattoos are not going to
and
go
it
to
says, "I
hell
belong
unless
to
they
Jesus."
put 666 and the mark of the beast and say
And
who
just
they
for
are,
good
that they
measure,
give
I
their
put
allegiance
love on
to
my foot
Satan.
to remind me to walk in love. And of course, Dave, he got a flag. What does it say? I keep getting mixed up all the time. I trust in the Lord. So, okay, listen to this. Dave's 82 and got a tattoo. I'm 79
Too old.
and I'm doing fine. And the guy said that we were the oldest people he had ever tattooed. Now, here we go. Now, why did I do that?
Because
Well,
you're self-absorbed.
Part of me didn't want to because I already know that I'm going to get letters. But here's the reason why I'm telling you this. This is the kind of stuff that we do. The whole thing is, it's between me and God, and it's a matter of my heart. And when I stand before God on Judgment Day, before he makes any decision about me, he's not going to call any one of you and say, "Is there anything you'd like to add about Joyce?"
That's right. He won't need to do that. She's right about that.
Come on.
Come on. Give her praises. Come on, worship
Each
her.
of us is going to
Give her
stand
more
before
worship.
God and give an account of our life, and he's not going to ask somebody else what they think about what we did.
Then why do you feel like
Do
you
you
got to stand
honestly
up
think
there
that I am
and
so
tell everybody
stupid
what
that
you
I
did?
didn't pray
Why are you
and
telling
pray
everybody what
and
you did?
believe with all my heart? I did it as an honor to God. Let's
But why are
stop
you
the
boasting?
judging,
Why don't you just keep it to
criticizing,
yourself?
and really just don't bother writing me letters telling me you think it's... I mean, they're there, they're not going away. I like them. I don't have any conviction about it.
Then if
And
you're
there
not
may even be people here
conviction
that think
about
it's
it,
wrong, and
then
I'm
why
okay
are
with
you
that.
talking to everybody about it?
I'm really
Why
okay
didn't you
with
keep that
everybody
private
having
between
their
you and your
opinion,
husband?
but I have a right to mine too. And this is what we got to get through our head. If you think something's wrong, don't do it.
You're wanting to cause chaos, lady.
You
You
all
want to
were
cause
happier about that
confusion
tattoo
in the
than I thought
church.
you might be. No, you can't see it.
Why? Because it's got devil
It's in a
horns on
place
it?
where I can't show
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry.
That's why it's between me and God.
Then why are
I
you
love
telling
God,
everybody? If
and
it's
I
between you and
wanted
God,
the
why are you
devil to
telling
know
everybody?
I belong to Jesus. He bought me and paid for me with his blood. I am not my own. I am seriously committed and dedicated to God, and I am not going to let some...
The question is, which God are you committed to? Because there are many gods. There's only one true God that made the universe and made us in his image. But which God are you praising? What's his name? You need to tell us his name, Miss Joyce Myers. What's his name? That's the question.